way to his house. Done put in for another day on Basic Survival. Y'all forgive me for the other day my phone cut off because I didn't charge it up. And that didn't help it, didn't it? Yeah, but your girl on the way to the house from work. How many of y'all know about work? When we talking about Basic Survival, you're going to have to work, baby. You're going to have to work to pay your bills. You're going to have to work to pay your bills. Or you're going to have a hustle. Which one you going to do? You're going to have to do one of the two, or you're going to have to do both. Can I get an amen? Yeah, so today, welcome everybody in. I just come straight in talking on this thing. Y'all already know. Listen, I need y'all to watch and like, subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the videos. I kind of do it all to make you feel good, to make you see what times we living in the basic survival. Now today, I just got out. I put in some time today. I be putting in 10, 12 hours a day. I put that in a day. You know what? Some people, I ain't scared of work. I ain't scared of work. I work. I'm going to make my money. Because that's the only way you're going to make it. You're going to have to work. That's how you're going to survive. If you don't work, then your bills and stuff ain't going to, unless you got, something already stashed or you were born into it, you going to have to work, baby. You're going to have to go to work and pay your bills. And some people don't know how to, they don't know how to survive. That's one way to surviving is working. And if you can't work, like I said, you gotta have a hustle. You're gonna have to do something, because one thing about it, your bills don't get paid by you being at the house. Bills don't get paid if you're staying at home laying in the bed. The bills ain't gonna get paid. Now, some people got a profession that they do. Some don't. Just whatever it is you do, how you get your money, that's cool. But you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something to keep your income coming in like you want it. Put it like that. So you got to have a plan of what you want to do out here to survive, because like you said, we living in a time of so many changes. We done seen, I think they done, on that shutdown, y'all, I think they done, came to a conclusion on that shutdown. And I think they're going to lift that. I think if the government going to open back up, which is good, because you had a lot of people that was going to suffer from that. And I know some people feel like some people take advantage of the system. And I ain't going to knock that, because some people do take advantage of the system. But if some people don't take advantage of the system, they actually need the help. You know what I'm saying? And God bless their little souls. They need the help. So them opening the government and stuff back up, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a pretty good thing. And with people getting their stamps and stuff that they need, the babies and stuff, they gotta eat. They gotta eat, y'all. And I know some people say, well, they misuse and abuse, but not everybody. So I don't want to put that on everybody. Some people do. Some people abuse the system. You're gonna have those. It's just like having a class, and in the class you're gonna have your class clowns. It ain't no way around them class clowns. You're gonna have those. They're gonna be in the same class with some of the smart students, the students that want to pay attention, that's trying to actually earn their grade. You're gonna have your class clowns. So you can't just judge it on that. There are some people that really do need the help from the government. And and because you got some bad apples in there, you can't let it ruin it for everybody, because some people really do need help. So me, myself, I get up, I work every day. I don't complain. I go do what I got to do, and I try to do it with a smile unless somebody piss me off. Now, if they piss me off, then you won't see a smile. Otherwise, I try to go do what I do with a smile, and make my money, pay my bills, and, enjoy my fruits of my labor. So uh, every day to me is a day of Thanksgiving. Every day I get up and go make it happen with the help of God, waking me up, saying, "Okay, Moses, it's time to get up and hit it again." I hit it Monday through Friday, and then on my weekends, if I'm off, and sometimes I work on the weekend. I work the weekends sometimes because it's a really blessing to have the opportunity to be able to work and make you a little extra money on your off days. Sometimes you can, or make you a little extra hours. Some jobs don't give overtime. You know what I'm saying? So you just got Monday through Friday, and you may have to work you a little part time somewhere else or do something else. So it's different ways to win. It's different ways to fight. It's different ways to look at things. It's different ways to look at it. Some people feel like a job or something is beneath them. I don't know how they come up with that, but a lot of people do. They don't feel like working. Working people is they don't feel like working. Some people can't see themselves working jobs, but I've always worked since I was, like I said, 14, 15. I used to ride a horse to work. I sure did. I had a little job at a little store somewhere in Mississippi, and I would get on that horse. My cousin them owned the ranch. I would get on one of them horses sometimes, and I'd ride through that field, and I'd ride to get there. I was like 14 or 15 years old. I wasn't on the, I was too young to be on them, so they let me, the people at the own the store, they let me come in and do a little cleaning and, whatever in the little store, and I enjoyed it. I made my look at that time, maybe $100 and some a week. But that was good money for a 14-year-old, 15-year-old child, girl. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Hello. Basic Survivor family. They are just 14 people out of nowhere. Yeah. Hi. Concisa. Am I saying that right? These words be so small, y'all. Sometimes I can't see them. Thank you, baby girl. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. On my way home from the workhouse. And feel good to have a job, to get up and go to work and be able to pay your bills. It does. It really does. If you ain't and you're broke, you need to try getting one, because it may help you, feel better a lot. I try not to look down and count. I try to count my blessings. I mean, everybody, who don't want to be rich? Who don't want to have money where they can lay around and get, who don't want that life? But everybody's not fortunate to have that. People have to work. If everybody in this country don't work, the country, what basically, if everybody just say we don't want to work, who going to pay in for the Social Security? Who going to pay in for the disability? Who going to pay in who going to pay in? If everybody just said we're just going to not do anything. The working class, to me, is very important. The working class. Because without the working class, you're talking about a lot of assistance from the government and stuff. All that stuff will be cut out. So I salute everybody that get up and go to work. I know they take like so much out of my check for I think it's Social Security. They take out for Medicaid, Medicare. They take out for all that. I ain't mad, because if we don't go to work, we pay our parts in just like our parents did, and the parents before them. They work and pay in, and that's how the government make ends meet here. That's how a lot of things in the country get did, because of the working people. You understand? The working people. The working people really makes it happen. The working people. Because they take out our checks to help society. You know what I'm saying? They take out our checks to help society. So, on that note, Basic Survivor family, we surviving out here. You're going to work, doing what you got to do, and you're making your money. Don't never let nobody get in the way of you making your money. However, whenever, do it. Whatever way you making it. I don't know. I don't know your situation. Make your money. But budget and save, and be careful how you Spend, don't overspend. I know when I first started doing what I do from, my profession, I made pretty good money. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I wasn't used to making that type of money. And I had a couple of people that was making that type of money that work with me. They pulled me to the side and say, "Hey, you know, you overspend a lot." Yeah, baby. When I made that type of money, you couldn't keep me from. I'm just gonna say, places where I go gamble and stuff like that. I was just blowing that money. Blowing it. I was partying. Oh, Lord, I wasn't used to it. Didn't understand. You ain't no need of you making it if you ain't knowing how to save and budget. Ain't no need of making it because you're going to spend it before you get it. But it's okay, but save some of it and try to, I can't tell you what to do. Do what you want to do with your money, but you're going to learn some lessons in life, and that's one of them. And saving and budgeting. Budgeting is really one of them. But I party, I spent that money, whatever, however, whenever, because I wasn't used to making it. And that's one lesson that I had to learn in life was how to save and budget. You can make it. It's a blessing to do it. But knowing how to save and budget for a rainy day, that counts. That counts, y'all. You hear me? Y'all basic surviving family, y'all know what I'm talking about because we surviving out here. Listen, it's all right. We surviving. We surviving and we're surviving together. We're surviving together. Everybody had to get up and if you ain't got no money that you just, like I said, you just rich or something like that, you ain't got nothing like that, you want to just hand it nothing down like that, you got to go to work. You got to go to work to pay your bills. The working class is very important in this country. You got to go to work, baby. If you can't go to work, you're going to have to hustle. You're going to have to hustle, or you're going to have to do something to pay your bills and to take care of your business, your children, your family. You put food on. You're going to have to do something. Everybody ain't fortunate. And if you ain't fortunate, ain't nothing wrong with being able to get up, being blessed to get up, go to work, and make it happen for you. Take care of yourself as long as you can. Amen. That's right. We're in the country where we're able to do that. Take care of yourself. You can make it happen. We're going to survive, y'all. No matter, we see all this stuff happening all around us is going down with the shutdown, the food stamps, and people are getting late. Some people ain't able, hopefully they're going to open it back up. They'll be able to go back to work. Some done lost a lot of pay, on the job. They done lost a lot. They done lost a lot on the job by not being able to go to work. They done lost weeks of pay. God bless they little hearts. They gonna be all right. And we gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Basic survivor family. Because we gonna survive. They get it back up and going there, be able to get back in there and start making their money. And we are learning in this country sometimes we have to count our blessings. We have to. If you're able-bodied and you're able to get up and go and make it happen with whatever it is you're doing, get up out of that bed and rattle those pots and pans and take clean yourself up and get on up and go make that money. Go make that money. Because money don't fall off trees. You're going to have to hustle for that money. You're going to have to work, whether you hustling or whatever you're doing, you got to work. The working class. The working class. You know what I'm saying? The working class. This country is built on a lot of labor. You're going to have to work if you want something here. If you want something out of life or whatever you're doing, you're going to have to work towards it, or you're going to have to work to get it, unless you're born with it. Ooh, I like that right there. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good, Basic Survivor family. So I hope y'all got something out of this conversation. Watch, like, and subscribe to the channel. YouTube. I'm going to keep rolling. And you guys just keep watching and enjoying the videos Also, get to my Little Lady Blue page, podcast page, and enjoy the videos as well. The shorts, doing pretty good in them. And you guys, till the next time, I'm going to bring you some more good news. We're going to survive, and we're going to make it together. How about that, y'all? Put your L's in the air and say it with me. One, love. Till the next time, Basic Survivor family. I'm out of this thing. I'm at the house now. I'm getting ready to go in here and wash up and get me something to eat. And I'm finna chill and watch me a good movie. Oh, and on that note, I'm going to tell y'all a couple movies that I watched. Basic Survivor family. Because once you get out from work, you want you a good movie to settle down. And when you want to wind down, you don't work all day, you want to wind down. I'm telling you, on this past weekend, I'm finna tell y'all 2 good movies. If you ain't seen them, Basic Survivor family, check out that Weapons, and check out the other one was A Long Walk. Those are some surviving movies for you. What A Long Walk is, I know for sure. That's about basic survival, Long Walk. You want to know what basic survival is really about? Check that Long Walk out. Now, that's a survival movie right there. If y'all ain't seen Long Walk, I don't want to tell y'all the movie, but it's damn sure come down to surviving. You hear me? Now, that's something that everybody need to, when you watch that movie, it's going to show you how we need to come together, work together, how everybody need to do what they got to do to survive. But you can't stop. Because if you stop, you're out of here. But you got to watch that movie, and you'll see what I mean when I say you're out of here. You hear me? All right, Basic Survivor family. One love. Until the next time, I bring you good tidings of great joy. Peace out.